10 Brits who tricked America with their fake American accents. It does seem that lots of British actors are quite good at doing a decent American accent, like Hugh Laurie in House. He does an amazing accent. Damson Idris in Snowfall, insane American accent. There's quite a few. I'm sure there's American actors who could do a decent British accent as well. But like, other than the two that I mentioned, I want to know like who Idris Elba in The Wire. I want to know like who else like just completely knocked it out of the park.
Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're examining our picks for the most famous times British actors left Americans confused about their nationality after imitating their accents on screen. We'll see which projects the actors bamboozled the States with and the reaction from the audience.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Henry Cavill.
Within the confines of the hobby, we call it our grey pile of shame.
After popping up in The Tudors, Cavill became a national treasure in the UK. He quickly climbed the Hollywood ranks, finding himself cast as the all-American superhero Superman in 2013's Man of Steel.
Man of Steel is such an underrated movie. I think it doesn't get the... it's probably the best, easily the best Superman movie I've ever seen. Like, it's so good.
Look, I'm here to help, but it has to be on my own terms.
The accent Cavill developed for Clark Kent was included in a study by the language app Babbel, which ranked it highly. His work also caused some to believe he was a US national. The Jersey-born actor then met with Guy Ritchie to star in 2015's The Man from U.N.C.L.E. The director praised Cavill's Man of Steel voice, but initiated strict training to nail a new American accent for the film. And it paid off.
I'm okay, I think.
However, Cavill has spoken about struggling to switch back to his original accent. Andrew Lincoln.
Truth is...
how can it be hard to switch back? I suppose maybe if you've been like doing an accent like every day for months without switching back while you're filming, yeah, I can see why it would be hard to switch back. But if you were doing it on and off, like so only when you were filming and then when you're offset, you're doing your normal voice, why would there be an issue? But I suppose it depends on the person.
Is that when I read the script, I just went, oh, I didn't know that it was based on the comic book, you know.
The Southern American accent is notoriously tricky for a Brit performer to pull off. Often, they can come across as sounding like Cletus from The Simpsons, but beyond a couple of shaky moments, on the whole, Lincoln pulled it out of the bag as Rick Grimes.
Man, the first few seasons of The Walking Dead were just some of the best TV you've ever seen.
The Walking Dead. Best known in the UK for Love Actually and Teachers, he worked his socks off to portray the Georgia accent on the zombie show.
Last thing she said this morning. Sometimes I wonder if you even care about us at all.
It's pretty good, honestly. It is really
She
good.
said that in front of our kid.
With the help of dialect coach Jessica Drake, Lincoln first read the lines phonetically, but after a while, he seemingly settled into the role. Even castmates were surprised by the London-born actor speaking in his English accent off-camera, believing him to be American the whole time.
These are serious rounds. Might be serious guns here, too.
It's really good. It's really good. I guess with enough practice, you would nail it, but it's yeah, there's moments where it just sounds so natural for him.
Andrew Garfield.
Make your point quickly.
Okay, fine. There may not be a dinosaur running around Manhattan, but there is something more dangerous, and I know who it is.
Many of Garfield's most famous roles have the actor portraying an American accent. Whether it's The Amazing Spider-Man, The Social Network, or Hacksaw Ridge, the actor can fool us all by thinking he's from the States, but he's not, at least not completely. Born in Los Angeles, California, to American and English parents, Garfield was raised in Surrey. When he communicates in his English voice, not only are fans surprised, but colleagues Emma Stone and Zendaya have also spoken about their shock in realizing he's English.
No one come in because this is me naked in here, vocally. Not literally, I wasn't singing naked, but this could have been.
Another actor who wore the mantle of the web slinger and bamboozled the US is Tom Holland. The Surrey-born actor has spoken about his struggles with acting in an English accent after years of imitating a US one.
I can't act in an English accent anymore.
Yeah.
I did a commercial the other day as Tom Holland, and I was like, "Hey guys, how you doing?" And they're like, "You're from Kingston."
Idris Elba.
You're going out on point, picking up business in the pit.
What?
You're the man in the lowrider.
Such a great show, The Wire. Such a good show, man. The characters, it's, for me, easily top 10, maybe top 5. Sopranos, Thrones, oh God, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, I kind of count as one. Westworld, oh dude, there's so many
After he
shows.
appeared in the critically acclaimed US show The Wire, many people, including Brits, believed Elba to be American. The accent, which he spent 3 years working on in New York, was impressive and seemed natural. Following that with another American dialect in The Office, this seemingly sealed him as a US national in people's heads. As demonstrated in Luther and as Heimdall in the MCU, Elba is very much English.
I'd auditioned for this for so long, and they told me, you know, don't come in with your English accent. It doesn't sound very gangster.
You auditioned?
Yeah, 4 times.
Get out of here!
Come on, Chris.
Born and raised in London, Elba had to hide his English accent from The Wire producers when he auditioned for the role. But before The Wire, his US voice wasn't good. In fact, it had to be dubbed by someone else, and he tried it in 1994's Space Precinct.
Someone took out him and his whole gang.
What is this?
Who do you figure it was?
I know nothing about nothing.
Millie Bobby Brown.
I've never seen that before.
If you watched Stranger Things without any context of the actors, you'd likely have believed Brown was a US national.
I legit thought she was American. All this, I thought she was American. Like, I had no idea she was from England.
If this all happened, why don't I remember?
Many folks did, both in Blighty and across the pond. Born in Marbella, Spain, to British parents, Brown's family moved to Bournemouth when she was a child. Later, they relocated to Florida. Growing up, Brown watched a lot of Hannah Montana to practice an American dialect, and all that hard work seemingly paid off. However, her natural speaking accent now switches between American and English.
She somehow makes everything about her.
What? She's just very
so
cute.
Selfish.
Brown isn't alone in the Stranger Things cast. Charlie Heaton has startled viewers with his natural Yorkshire accent. London-born Joseph Quinn, another Stranger Things alumnus, has also snuck his real voice past the audience.
And I was asked to wait there for about 20 minutes, and then I was summoned to this desk.
Yeah, there's so many like British actors that do an American accent really well. Like, is it easier, do you think, for English actors to learn the American accent than vice versa?
Cary Grant. It's not just modern British actors who've duped the audience into thinking they say soccer instead of football. Grant was born and raised in Bristol as Archibald Leach.
Really? Interesting.
He moved to the US after performing with the Pender troupe over there. Reinventing himself as Grant, he went on to develop a mid-Atlantic accent and starred in acclaimed films North by Northwest and None But the Lonely Heart. Due to being private and rarely doing interviews, the actor hid his Bristolian heritage for years.
Just why did you come to the Riviera anyway?
To meet someone as charming as you.
Kate Winslet.
Don't presume to tell me what I will and will not do. You don't know me.
Well, you would have done it already.
I still think there was space on the raft for both of them. Like, that thing was huge. You remember the plank of wood that Kate Winslet survived on? And like, there was space for both of them.
For younger viewers who hadn't seen her not well-received US accent in Titanic, but watched her in 2021's Mayor of Easttown with a Delco voice, they may think the Berkshire-born Winslet is from the States. Even critics in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania have praised her voice work on the limited series.
Yeah, I just need something simple, really. It's a baby turtle.
As Winslet's career progressed, the Oscar-winning actor has only gotten better with her American voice. Her remarkable work in 2004's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is a testament to this. Further American characters in Steve Jobs and Revolutionary Road have solidified the misconception she's from across the pond.
People come up to me in the street more about The Holiday and the episode of Extras that I did.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
It must be crazy for like Was there anybody that you guys saw like an interview of and you thought they were American and you heard their English accent or wherever like they were from and you were like, no way, they're from England? For me, it's probably the only person, Millie Bobby Brown. Like, I genuinely thought she was just American. Like, even her name sounds American, Millie Bobby Brown. It just sounds American.
Let's give it a try. Appreciate your help with this, Eli.
Great actor.
The legendary method actor has made a name for himself in the States. Most of his top credited work involved their various accents, from Gangs of New York as Bill the Butcher to There Will Be Blood as Daniel Plainview. Each
Great
time,
actor.
he's knocked it out of the park with his vast dedication. So much so that Day-Lewis was even cast as the iconic US president in 2012's Lincoln, earning him his third Oscar.
It'll point you true north from where you're standing. But it's got no advice about the swamps, deserts, and chasms that you'll encounter along the way.
Born in
Great accent, man. Flawless.
London to English and Irish parents, the now retired actor would stay in character off camera during production, including doing the American accent, which helped him nail the performances.
I tend really to only work on things that I have a kind of compulsion to do.
Christian Bale.
Ah, yeah, Bale. He does a really good accent, man. To be fair, there's quite a lot of British actors that do it really well.
Let's see Paul Allen's card.
If you were reading an actor's credits and saw they played Batman and Dick Cheney and starred in a film called American Psycho, you'd
think they were
expect the
American.
performer to be a full-blooded American. But nope, Bale is British through and through. Born in Pembrokeshire, Wales, to English parents, the family later settled in England, where Bale began turning himself into a constant in the American film industry. Whenever he's interviewed, even in the UK, the audience is startled to hear the Cockney twang in his voice.
You know, the characters were fascinating, the life, the lifestyle, the towns. The town is such an important part.
This even happened.
His accent's a bit of a mishmash, though. Like, there in that interview, there was a lot of words that sounded American.
And after he won a Golden Globe in 2019, his acceptance speech baffled viewers with his standard accent, and Bale loves it. He worked hard on his US accent for roles, showing him that the work paid off.
I didn't come here to thank you. I came here to show you that not everyone at Gotham's afraid of you.
Hugh Laurie.
I know.
He's probably the top, or at least one of the top people in doing this, because House, man, I thought for sure this guy was American.
Court records are sealed. You were 16. It was a stupid mistake. But your old gym teacher has a big mouth.
When Bryan Singer was casting the title role for House, he adamantly wanted an American actor for the American character. So you can imagine how happy he was to see a grizzled Laurie auditioning with a US accent, securing him the iconic role that bagged him so many awards. However, as we know from his years of working in the UK, the actor is very much English.
It's also a bit of an escape route, because if you mess something up and it doesn't sound right, you've always got the excuse of saying, well, I'm not really, that's the whole point, I'm not really an American, that was a deliberate mistake.
Born in Oxfordshire and educated in England's illustrious private schools and universities, he became a comedic actor, famously with Blackadder, even appearing with a British accent in American productions like Friends and Flight of the Phoenix.
Like, doing that limp all the time, like for the 10, 20 seasons of House that there were, the dedication, like to constantly like limp and do the accent.
Still didn't clue the States in that Laurie wasn't a Yank before House. Laurie's work was that good.
Fine. Consult the specialist.
Which British actor who nailed US accents did we miss? Chiwetel Ejiofor, Benedict Cumberbatch, Will Poulter, Rosamund Pike, or someone else? Let us know below.
Did you ever get that thing where you're sure you forgot something, but you can't figure out what?
Dude, there's just so many. Like, I completely forgot about Christian Bale. Like, he's probably like the most obvious one, and Elba. Yeah, like, why? I'd love what are your theories, guys? Like, why do you think so many Brits can do the accent? And because I can't think of many Americans that can do a really good British accent, but I guess they wouldn't really need to do that because most of the work is like in America. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.